My story with the Vital Mind Reset begins when I was a child. When I turned 18, I went from being an overachiever to a mentally ill young adult. I had a breakdown at age 18 and entered the mental health system, which was really scary. I listened to what they told me, and I learned that I couldn't trust myself. So I went on loads of medications. I had diagnoses such as depression, anxiety, psychosis, and I have several more that I can't remember. I was highly medicated and hospitalized. I went through tons of therapists looking for answers, and I don't really remember that time of my life. It was really dark, and I do remember that I couldn't smile and I couldn't laugh, and that was not my nature. But I was sort of told that I didn't even know what my nature was anymore, and that they knew they would help me, which they didn't. Eventually I got down to 3 medications, and they were stolen from me when I was traveling, and it was really scary, but also it felt like an opportunity to get away from this idea that I was going to be on meds for my whole life. I still believed that I was ill and that I was sick and flawed, and I still had all those stories, but I didn't have to depend on a doctor and a pharmacist in order to just be okay. And I kind of looked around and thought, everybody's miserable. So I'm pretty normal. So I just kind of plugged in, and I saw healers on and off when I listened to myself that there was some other way. But I eventually had a baby, and then quickly after had another baby. And that changed everything. My children are these mirrors. And really, when I'm with them, or as a mother, I have to look at a lot that I don't want to see, and that's really painful for me. So I committed to healing further, and started to peek into, maybe I'm not flawed. Maybe this isn't my story. Maybe it's not true. And but I kept hitting a wall. My day as a mother, as a stay-at-home mom, which didn't and still doesn't suit me, it's really hard for me to be a mom all day. But it starts with sugar. It used to start with sugar. And I ate sugar throughout the day. I drank a Coke every day, and that was my treasure. That was like my greatest reward, that Coke. I would move mountains to get a Coke, and just have breakdowns around not having one. I drank alcohol every night, sometimes a lot. I wanted to check out, and I finished the night with a giant dessert. I mean, I was just trashing my body all day long, and it was really like a medicine for me. It was a way to cope and calm myself, and I didn't have any other tools. So in a way, it was kind of loving, because I didn't have any options, and it felt like that was my reward for living. And if you take that out, all I have is a life I don't want, with nowhere to go. I heard about Kelly Brogan, and I started to lean in and think, wow, she understands. She sees something I can't see, and maybe she can help me. And I thought, this is attempt to heal, and you're going to find out that you are in fact flawed and you can't do it. But I jumped in anyway. So I signed up for the Vital Mind Reset, and purged the house of all the foods, and felt a lot of grief. I felt an end to an addictive life, and I felt an end to being small so that other people could feel comfortable. And I felt like I am going to have to find a way to find sweetness and nurture that isn't through food, and this is going to be really scary. But I did, and what I started to see, and I did it with the support of the Facebook group. There are some incredible people in that group that really helped me in moments of the unknown and moments of feeling like I will die if I don't eat sugar at 8 a.m. But what started to show up for me was a sense of balance. The addictive roller coaster went away, and I started to see myself as different with my children, and I started to see this sort of seed of love growing inside of me, where before, if I had a need, I would shame myself, like, you're not doing good enough. And it's the story of being bad, and starting to see that need as really a message of how I could be happy and expand and have a life that I love. And that started to grow, and that is growing. And all of a sudden, it feels like a beginning, and it feels like a beginning to a life that I really want to check into. When before, all I knew, all that made me comfortable and feel okay was checking out. So I feel unbelievably grateful for that. I am, at the age of 36, I am beginning a life that I want, and there is a lot of work to do. I have a lot of healing to do, but now I have a foundation. I really feel like VMR gave me a foundation, which is essential. So I just want to say that I'm so grateful to Kelly Brogan for her courage in creating this program, and also to myself and for everybody that has taken a leap of faith in this. Thank you.